For me, because of my work schedule, I got to watch some of it on Red Zone, right? So, like I work on weekends and stuff. So, but I can have like a little Red Zone stuff going on, and that's how I got to watch it and stuff. It didn't show in my local area and stuff. So, the Jets did, and that's another disappointing story though. Okay, but from what I saw in Red Zone, here's why I think why we did good in the preseason. You got the variety of quarterbacks playing, variety of people playing, and it's hard for people to keep pace with what we're gonna do next, right? That's how preseason is, right? Right. And for me, from the part I see in the red zone with um Russell getting stumped, is that they figured out his timing, right? They figured out his timing, his pattern, so he's getting caught in the backfield, right? And that's why I think, okay, we'll make some substitutions or something like that, even if it's just for a couple of plays or something, just to shake it up and stuff. And that's what I was thinking. And I saw the same problem that the Giants have again, resorting back to like a kicking team again, right? But at least we were able to get down the red zone enough to kick it and win games. But back in the day, the Phil Sims, it gets somebody like power running back, like Brandon back in the day, that can bust through the lines. And that's another thing that happened. As soon as we get to the 1 yard line, right? I saw that Giants formation. I said, no, they shifted right with the Giants. They're going to try and ram it through the middle, right up the middle, right? We don't have a Brandon Jacobs no more. We can't do that. We haven't done it in a while. And I'm looking at that formation. I'm like, that's the same old formation that we're going to use. No trickery, no going to the outside of that. I knew it was going to fail. So that was disappointing. And then you can just see it. Like, if you go back and watch that game, watch. They're going to scrunch in. Commander just follow suit. Right? We know we're going to go. You're not going to do nothing flashy. You're not going to like fake like you're going to go straight and shoot an outside pass or run around that, right? Same old, same old. So here's the interesting thing. All the former Giants, the people that left, Jones and Saquon. Well, Saquon didn't do that much in the last game, but the threat of him open up other people, right, for Philly, right? But I'm looking at Jones and I'm like, Daniel Jones, I'm like, see, where's the problem at? You always see these former team people leave New York, whether it's the Jets, the Giants. But Rodgers is a proven asset, so I can't say, oh, Rodgers left, he got better. No, he just always injured, and that's what happened there, right? And he come back and sort of torched them. But we were winning that game. I don't want to talk about the Jets right now. I'll focus on the Giants, right? But anyway, it's the same thing. So where's the problem at? Is it the plays and the coaching? Because they make it like the players, right? Right? They don't keep Saquon. Boom, he goes, wins the Super Bowl. Right, Jones out there, what, 2 touchdowns? I think I saw him score. Like every time that they had the ball, they scored. Right, watching Red Zone, and that's the thing about it. That's the sad thing about watching Red Zone, especially you don't see the Giants for a while, right? Which is rarely because they rarely in the Red Zone, and then when you do see them in the Red Zone, it's the other team that got the ball. You know, so so that was a disappointing thing there. So for me, it was always like I don't think it's the players. Is it the coaching staff, the plays they got? What do you guys think? Let me know because you watching people who leave the Giants come back play against them or whatever or go whatever, and they have great success out there. They look like the superstar that we thought they were. But on the Giants, everybody's booing them or thinking they suck. Like, oh yeah, trade them and stuff. And then you go, oh wow. So where does the problem lie at? Where does the problem lie at? Hit me down in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoy AI Ron. It's a little stiff. I can get more fluid software, but I'm like, just gonna go with that one for right now. I'm feeling sort of down. I like that the fact that with AI, it can let me sound exciting, even though I'm more disappointed. Like I said, the Giants is my passionate team. The Jets is my second team. Then the Bills is my third team. My wife, her Broncos won, so I usually cheer them on and stuff. I like KC only because KC was the it thing. But that's another game. I don't want to talk about that right now. But let me know what the Giants need to do. What do you think they need to do? Is it the coaching staff, the plays, the offensive plays, or what is it? The defense did come back in the second half, and there was but with that, I think they let go of one touchdown. So they did come back better, but the first half, or at least the first half that the Red Zone show. The Red Zone though is going to show you the positive side of whatever team is winning, right? That's the Red Zone. But yeah, I wasn't happy and stuff, man. So I was just like, ugh. And then when they were gone off the air for a while, not coming on, like, yeah, nothing's happening then. We ain't winning that game. All right, well, anyway, hit me down in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And so this channel is more about the passion of all that stuff. I don't really deal with all the stats. I watch my other fellow channels out there. They deal with all the stats, da-da-da-da-da-da. The one thing I say, this is why I don't get hyped over preseason. Preseason, I was home in New York. I was home in New York for vacation. But then I was also on my anniversary was August 16th. So they had a game that day. I wasn't going to do that, right? Or I wouldn't be here talking to you right now, right? But anyway, but for preseason, if I don't get hyped about it, you go undefeated there and lose your first game there. They said the Giants had the worst first game ever out of all the teams ever. They showed the stats, right? I was gonna take a picture of it so I remember it and stuff, man. But anyway, Dr. Ron, I'll catch you guys in the next video.